Hello everyone, Antazil here, back with another video from HOI4. So Götterdämmerung gave us a new and better Germany. So today we'll be playing as Poland and break this new and better Germany. We'll be doing it by rushing Germany, rush in quotation marks. We'll be joining with Czechoslovakia, the Habsburg's path, and go to war over the Sudeten crisis. Disclaimer first, I will not be using the Königsberg exploit. We will be using excellent mixed divisions to hold the line with the Germans and then crush them. Thanks once again for the wonderful country ball made by Kowalski. It's lovely. I hope the video does it justice. Thanks. Now Germany is no laughing matter. We'll have to take precautions, play the best game we can, and then we might just make it. I will be using mixed infantry and armor divisions, the so-called Space Marines, with self-propelled anti-air for some armor and some defense, but I will also diversify my templates. For instance, I do not need full infantry with self-propelled anti-air on the Sudetenland line here. I will need it over here for a strong defense, and I will need to clean the Königsberg pocket, but I'll need an offensive template for that, so I'll be using quite a few different templates. Focus wise, let's start with fulfilling the 5th of November Act to get the choice of king going, and then we will go to the School of Mathematics and the Agrarian Reform. Start with the basics. And we'll be using light tanks for our self-propelled artillery, not the mediums, they're too far out of range for now. Construction-wise, we'll be building military factories, converting all my guys to the regular divisions. Start off with something like this, we'll improve it later. 5 speed, let's go. Consolidate these guys and just exercise until I have 5 XP. Fulfill the 5th of November Act. This meager air force that we have, we'll just sell it. That's the 5th of November Act, and we will do the 4-year plan, followed by School of Mathematics, and then towards Agrarian Reform. 5 XP. This will do. Friedrich Christian claims the throne. Nope. We need a tiny template. 1 infantry battalion. I always use that icon and make them reserve. This makes it easier to manage the amount of templates and divisions. School of Mathematics. Now this is the closest thing to resembling to a regular infantry division. We'll improve these and make them our offensive template, and they will handle most of the Königsberg pocket. The idea is that you can attack this province here from 2 sides, and doing so will allow you to make a tiny encirclement, but every tiny encirclement counts. Let's get a light tank chassis going. I'm going to train 48 of these tiny templates to man the Polish-German border. Meanwhile, we have the Habsburg's candidate, and that's the guy we need. Albrecht I van Habsburg. 150 PP, and we'll head over here for the noble bureaucrat. We need more PP, and this is the guy who will get it for us. 48 divisions, just split them up, 2 armies of 24. They're only 2 width, so they'll need some improving. Now that we have Albrecht, we can do 1 focus over here, restore the Diet of Galicia, which gives us 10% stability and 10% political power gain. It's good to make a detour here. The 4-year plan gave us a 100% construction research bonus, so we'll head into construction 2 right away. We are building after all. Diet restored, and we'll fill the railway gaps. Take note, our capital is now in Krakow. 1.6 PP per day, that's nice. Next pick, partial mobilization. Fill the railway gaps and agrarian reform. We need that army defense expert ASAP. We need experience for templates, possibly doctrines, and the design of a light tank. Agrarian reform is done. All these lovely focuses for factories will have to wait. First priority is getting unite with Bohemia. We need the King of Bohemia for that first, and for that we need some decisions. And to take those decisions we first need support monarchism in Czechoslovakia. After which we shall also have to do Soldier King, invite Royal Hussars. And then if we clicked enough clicks, we can just go to King of Bohemia and skip arms of Habsburg militants. One thing that's going to be very difficult is support equipment. Don't count on having enough to equip everyone with engineers. That'll have to come later. Going to work with this for a while until I start building those SPAAs. Let's talk templates. We have the Divizia Piaktoi with 9 infantry blocks. All of my templates will use the support artillery. So let's add that to this one. 10 experience gone. Let's duplicate this and call it a light infantry. Give it a different icon. We'll take off 3 of these guys. So it's only a 12 width. These will guard my Sudetenland. And then we will have the SPAA infantry, which will later be outfitted with self-propelled artillery, which we can't select yet, we haven't built it yet, and use another icon for that. SPAA infantry, light infantry, and the regular infantry. We'll add all engineers to these guys, and that's all the experience we have for now. This will be my attack template, and I'd like to add a battalion of artillery to it later. Support monarchism in Czechoslovakia. Let's get clicking. Meanwhile, we'll do Soldier King and institute a Royal Hussars. For now, we can just do propagandize monarchist sentiment, but that's 50 PP each, so that's pricey. We'll also convert these 48 tiny templates, click them here, and to the SPAA infantry, which we still have to make SPAA, of course, and start exercising. They have a long way to go. Back to clicking. Click. Now the sentiment is 30 and we can click some more. We need to be over 80 and it will decay over time, so we'll do propagandize, sway generals, which is really good, also gets you some extra good generals, and invest in the Czechoslovak Republic, and have to repeat those at least once. Keep on top of your military factory production. We're going to hold Eastern Poland, so we'll build there as well. And let's get started on a basic light tank anti-air. That's one-man turret, basic anti-air gun. Select the anti-air role. Radios, nice for defense, and other than that, just add the extra ammunition storage. Switch to a diesel engine. Give it a tiny bit of armor. 4 is optimal. Now this one's 4.84 per unit, and we need a lot of them. So balance out your production between these 3. Don't worry, we got a lot of factories incoming. We can do King of Bohemia. We're right on schedule with the decisions. We'll even do the sway generals one more time. We're getting 4 veteran cavalry divisions. I'm not doing that much with cavalry, but I have need of something else. Sport guards and the guards of this line back here. We'll use Sikorsky as our defensive field marshal. The offensive army can go under Karl Albrecht himself. Just pick our best attacking general. Anders here, he's fine. Polish and Czechoslovakian crowns enter union. We now have Polish Czechoslovakia. Don't get used to it. We'll do unite with Bohemia right away. We need their troops. And we need manpower desperately, so limited conscription is up next. Let's unite with Bohemia. We get all their troops, factories and whatnot. Now there's interesting stuff here in the political tree. We can go to a Habsburg alliance and make our own faction, but also keep Hungary out of the hands of the Axis by joining them with us. But we have time for that. More urgently right now, I mean, free factories, nothing to sneeze at, but there's a few very good industrial focuses still left over here. National defense funds, invest in Eastern Poland and the new Polish industry. There's a few things we take here before we head back to the political tree. National Defense Fund. What did we inherit from these guys? I only need about 24 of these. We'll convert them to the light infantry, the ones that are going to guard the Sudeten line. We need 24 more. Let's add NTR to the offense division. Let's get the military factory builder, war industrialist. We already got 1,000 light SP NTR. I think it's time to just add them to these templates. Anschluss is here. And we got the level 7 Sudeten forts, so we can afford some cheaper units here. Military theorist to make the most of our experience. See if we can get the next doctrine. I don't think so, and we'll take static warfare first. Just so Kowalski's army is not done preparing just yet. Might just be on time. We'll press the Habsburg claim. I think we can make it. Combat artillery. These are now 9-1 with support companies and room for flame tanks later. Let's press the Habsburg claim to Royal Officer Corps. It's all coming together. Another Habsburg. Otto. German Reich demands Sudetenland. 4 days, this'll do. The German war machine stops here. Let's break this new Germany. They declare war. And we move in here immediately and grab Danzig. We can join the allies, but I don't want to. I want my own faction. As you can see, all the other lines are holding for now. Let's keep it that way. Let's clear out these encirclements first. Now, here's the thing. If you want to do this with the Königsberg pocket trick, you go ahead. But it's considered extremely cheesy, so I don't want to use it. Also, I somehow expect that they will patch this exploit at some point. If you do want to use it, the exploit is keep this German port German and they will flood in new troops. It is not exceptional to kill about 100 divisions in total here. But I will just kill a few and then take the port. We don't need these cheap exploits. And it's gone. These guys here, Army 4 with those lovely cavalry, we'll put them on port guard duty here. Because Germans do like to naval invade. And don't forget to add Memel later and Gdynia. We will now do something pretty hard and try to make the Breslau pockets. It is terrible terrain, good fortresses, and the Germans rarely just give this one up without a fight. But we'll see what we can do. As you can see, these are very tough battles. There's lots of attrition here as well. It's just plains. The supply isn't even that terrible, although, you know, we're close to Potsdam, but it's not good enough. It's always a tough fight here. This is a good moment to have a look at research. I'm not showing all my researches, but what did I complete in November 1938? In terms of infantry, I'm just up to date, nothing ahead of schedule. I did get the better trucks, I'm not doing anything with them. I got nothing on support here, but I did get the armored terrain. I got a medium tank and a light tank. I got up to 1939 artillery and nothing on anti-air. I got the engines for the new planes, but I need to do a lot here. 2 iterations of radio and working on mechanical computing. And the 1937 Czechs, while I'm researching all the 1939s right now. And here we are, the Breslau pocket created. I'll just rearrange these front lines so that my offensive guys will be the ones handling the pocket. We need to go to war economy, we need to go to extensive conscription, and we need to get rid of embargoed economy. We'll get export focus, limited exports. This really appears to be a supply dead zone. Should probably just improve Potsdam then. Can it be that simple? Have a look at this and tell me in the comments what I'm doing wrong here, because this also hurts me in my Austria game. I just can't seem to get Breslau under control. It's just so terrible here. Well, it's taking some effort, but I'm getting there. Starting to train new divisions, starting with the tinies. This is long-term planning. The Soviets will come for me, and I can't guarantee that I'll blitz the Germans into submission before then. So I'll need some light infantry on the other side. And finally I close the Breslau pocket. Let's inventory our damages. 48k casualties versus 394k. Oof. What's next? Probably cut off the Köslin pocket here. Try to see if we can reach Stettin with the offensive troops. This guy's already level 4, so I can make him an offensive specialist, but I'd like to make him an expert before I get rid of my defense guy. That's a nice pocket. Let's close it. Germany declares on Lithuania. They join the Allies. Again here, the supply here is atrocious. Not going to attack through here. That's obvious. I'll just move towards Berlin from the Breslau direction. Let's improve Prague. See if that helps. Habsburg alliance. We shall set our differences aside. We can get a lot of cores in Germany this way. And we get a retake state war goal. Let's just get the cores. That will help us. Got supply hub Dresden. Closing in on Berlin. The fall of Berlin. Making a move on another beautiful pocket here. Just making sure I'm not getting encircled myself. And disco, here we are. Another pocket cleaned out. Right, let's mop up the Germans. They now have 800,000 casualties. We'll expand their front into Hamburg and then mop up the victory points over here. And over here we'll just hold unless, you know, Vienna is like empty. Hamburg is mine. I want to get across this river as soon as possible. It will get harder if they entrench. Interesting thing, I'm not at war with Italy yet. And if the Germans cap, they will simply not be in the war. And here we are. The German Reich has capitulated. War reparations, take their navy, you know the drill. Polish Germany and the Kingdom of Poland, which is looking very beefy indeed. Glorious. From here on, pretty much every achievement associated with monarchist Poland is easy peasy. I am going to leave off the video here just for keeping it short and simple. It's already too long. So in this game we broke the new Germany. They are quite tough, but not as tough as Poland. If you liked this video and found it helpful, press the like button and others can find it too. Thanks a lot and see you next time. Bye bye.